A seemingly routine mission by BART police to gather evidence at a robbery suspect's apartment in Dublin went horribly wrong Tuesday when one of the officers who forced entry into the home accidentally shot and killed another officer, authorities said. The death of Tom Smith, a 42-year-old agency veteran whose wife is also a BART officer, sent grief through the Bay Area's law enforcement community. But how such a tragedy could happen during a probation search, one involving the empty apartment of a suspect who has been in custody since last week, was not immediately clear. The shooting was the first on-duty death in history of the BART Police Department. It happened about 1:45 p.m. at the Normal Quiet Park Sierra apartment at 6450 Dorothy Road. Smith was taken to Eden Medical Center in Castro Valley, where he was pronounced dead. ICN News, 吕建景, San Francisco report. The act of killing by Joshua Oppenheimer received the nomination of the Best Documentary in Oscar Academy Awards. It was just released on DVD and digital platform last week. The film is about a massacre of communists in Indonesia in the 1960s. But rather than hearing from the victims, filmmaker Joshua Oppenheimer takes an unusual perspective. He shows the perpetrators reenacting the crimes. The reenaction by former death squad members of anti-communist purges during the early year of the Suharto regime in 1965. The story is based on the 9/30 event in 1965. A mass of innocent ethnic Chinese were treated as communists. They were tortured and killed. The film also alludes to the extortion and murder of Chinese community in Indonesia at the time. More than 500,000 people were dead in the genocide, and over 300,000 of the victims are Chinese people. Joshua spent 6 years making this documentary. After he received the news of nomination, the filmmaking crew members have to be anonymous for life safety. ICN News, 吕建景, San Francisco report.